I'm imperfect and I'll always be imperfect. It's important to take accountability, to do the next right thing. It was painful, but I would not have traded anything that I've experienced. It's made me a better person, more compassionate.
His work taught me a lot about second chances and a lot about people. What's the point if we just throw everyone away who's ever made a mistake?
From politician to priest and now back to politician. Former Governor Jim McGreevey is on the campaign trail running for Jersey City mayor.
Pix 11 is your local election headquarters, and while the election is 2 years away, it is bound to get more competitive as many as 6 candidates expected to join this specific race, which many will believe could lead to a runoff. Joining us this morning is candidate Jim McGreevey. So good to see you, Mr. McGreevey. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning.
Let's talk about this first and foremost, your timing of announcing so early ahead of when the race actually is, right? You and now Ed O'Day in the race. What sets you apart from Ed O'Day, who is the county commissioner?
Well, I think, Dan, part of it is my experience, past experience as, and by the way, can I give a shout out to all the detectives in the South District in Jersey City who are watching?
Sure.
But I think part of it is my experience. I served as mayor, served in the executive branch of government. And I think part of being a mayor is getting things done. But for the past 10 years, I worked in reentry, working with people that are coming home from prison and jail, addiction treatment, and a lot of veterans, and seeing what doesn't work with government and trying to help people, whether they get their driver's license or get housing. And so I think it provides unique balance. And so when I look at Jersey City, I mean, there have been great developments downtown in terms of the waterfront, but I think there's also a challenge in affordability and whether, working class families, I know for our reentry clients, I mean, it's simply beyond their reach. And so when you say, what do I have? I think the strengths that I bring is serving as mayor, serving as governor, understanding that part of the responsibility is to bring in financial resources to the city and start tackling some of these issues.
Talking about some of that development, we know Jersey City is the second largest city in the Garden State. There has been development, as you mentioned, in the downtown area, but not so much in other parts, kind of creating this tale of two cities. We did speak to some residents. Here's what they had to say about it. Let's take a listen.
We need more low-income apartments. We need more jobs.
Something for these young kids to do after school, because it's turning not well.
So, Jim, how do you plan to kind of even the playing field here and make things affordable for everyone?
And Vanessa, that's one of the primary reasons why I'm running, because the community or people are being outpriced from Jersey City. So part of it is workforce housing, affordable housing. And I was honored to receive the endorsement of the laborers and the carpenters. And it's bringing in those pension funds and making sure that we develop affordable housing, not just high rent housing, but affordable housing. And it's also education. You heard about apprenticeship training. In our reentry program, we teach people whether it's CDL or HVAC or welding. Not everybody's going to go to college, but making sure that young people have the skills necessary, the technical skills necessary to compete in the workforce. And so my vision is, if you will, to use your term, which I think is appropriate, that tale of two cities, is to provide an equitable opportunity across the board.
That's the question, because
it's workforce. I'll tell you.
Hold on a second, because affordable housing is a term, it's a buzzword that people often say, right? Affordable housing takes time to build. So currently rents are up here and salaries are here in Jersey City. So how do you kind of bring everything down immediately?
Well, you can't do anything immediately. I mean, I think, the most important thing is to be honest and be straightforward. But it's also to understand, and it's the cost of land, the cost of labor, and designating sites for workforce housing. So whether you're a police officer, you're a teacher, you're a working family, you're somebody coming home from addiction treatment, that you ought to be able to live in the city that your parents and that your grandparents came from. And so, when my daughter on the original script said, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to live in the community that my great-grandparents came to, it's also making sure, and I'll tell you, affordability impacts everybody. If I can for a second, I was talking to a realtor who said, Vanessa, that the taxes for a 2-bedroom condominium on the waterfront was $34,000 a year. So the point is, when you have high property taxes, whether for the working family or whether for the middle class or even for the wealthy, if property taxes go up so high, that's going to create a disincentive for investing
So
or
you won't
coming
raise
to New York.
taxes.
No, well, it's part of it is controlling taxes and understanding that has to be a priority and working with the school district cooperatively to make sure that we have increased apprenticeship training programs. So, I think to go to Vanessa's point is, there's been this great development downtown and we have to keep development happening, but it has to be balanced. You talk about safe and clean streets. I won't even talk about motorbikes that aren't licensed. But part of it is going to what Vanessa said is being in the community. It's education, it's affordable housing, and it's cleanliness and the quality of the community.
Let's quickly talk about your past, Jim, because you're
Do
not
we have
running
enough
from
time?
it. You're obviously not running from it. You actually used part of your resignation speech in your campaign. Let's take a quick listen.
Sure.
And so my truth is that I am a gay American. I engaged in an adult consensual affair. It was wrong, it was foolish, it was inexcusable. I accept total and full responsibility for my actions.
Quickly, Jim, do you think that this could possibly backfire and kind of make you very easy prey for your contenders?
Well, Vanessa, I am who I am. And growing up, I had great family and great faith, and my faith is still so critically important to me. But I mean, at that time, I couldn't be who I was. I couldn't acknowledge. I didn't feel, I didn't think that was the right thing to do. And so when I made that speech, it's obviously I had a painful impact on my wife, on my family, but I acknowledged as I said, my truth. And so I am who I am. I mean, if you want perfection, you better look to another individual. But what I am good at is I'm committed. I'm passionate about the community. I'm passionate about Jersey City. I'll work my backside off. But perfection, for me,
all right.
It's not there.
Mr. McGreevey, we're going to leave it there. Yeah, thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here as well. I'm sure we'll talk to you along the campaign season. It's going to be a busy, long campaign.
Exactly.